up in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. Hey, it's live and in living color. We right here. We at the aftermath. That's what we about to do. Talk to you about what? Everything and anything. So welcome back to Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know how we do it. And y'all know who I am. I'm sitting here with my girls. You know who we are. But you know, in case you didn't know who we were, let me introduce myself. I'm Sam. And I'm sitting next to.
Hey, I'm Shanice. Y'all know how we do it here. It is a Wind Down Wednesday. I'm back. I'm happy to be back and blessed.
Hey.
And I'm sitting next to
Netta. Netta's in the building. Did somebody say pictures? Cheese.
Somebody say pictures.
Hey,
But
so you ain't gotta get ready.
Facts. Yeah, we in the building. It's Wind Down Wednesday, and we ready to talk about it.
So if you ain't ready to talk about it, get ready to talk about it. Because at the end of the day, this is what's gonna happen. You, me, and everybody else gonna share our information. So we're here. We're doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Okay, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. How's your week, first of all? Let's talk about your week. How's your week?
My week was beautiful. It's been hot outside. That makes a good week.
So what's going on? I mean, your week was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Work good?
Yeah, work good.
Okay. Hubby
Work
good?
out good.
Everybody, all the husband good? The husband
Hubby
good? Okay, good. So you ain't got no
My
complaints?
nerves is good. Everything's good.
Well, isn't that what they do though? Okay. All right. So how was your week, sis? Wait a minute. Hold on. We're
Praise
just
God.
happy to see her back.
Yeah.
Praise
We're
God.
happy to see you back. So
Man, yes, I'm happy to be
welcome back. It's a blessing for you to be back.
It is.
So now,
Yeah.
how's your week?
My week has been eventful. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. You guys know from 2019 we was on a show. We talked about I was supposed to have a procedure because of my heart. I have sickle cell anemia.
Oh my.
So I was back in the hospital again, in there for 2 weeks this time. Got some things happening with my heart where it was leaking. So I'm feeling better. Slow walking. I'm just grateful. I'm literally a walking testimony right about now.
You're a walking blessing.
I am.
You're
I'm blessed to
walking
be here. Yes, I'm excited to be here as usual.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring it to y'all as we always do. So I'm grateful.
Absolutely.
Keep the prayers going. Keep the positive thoughts going. I receive it all. Thank you all. So yes, I'm excited. I'm happy.
Praise God.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Praise
And
God.
thank y'all for praying for me and
Yeah.
calling me, checking on me, texting me, messaging me, all that.
That's normally
Grateful.
what we do.
Yes,
You know, that's
yes.
normally what we do and how we go about doing it. But we are truly blessed here. You know, I think we all are walking testimony. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure, for
We're
sure.
all a walking
Excited about
testimony.
life. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, excited about life, excited about being here. Because it don't get no better than that. I keep telling folks, I'm glad to be on
And
this
guess
side
what?
of the dirt.
And guess what? Everybody going through something. That part.
That part. Everybody is going
Facts.
through something. So don't ever think that we're not going through anything because everybody is going through something.
Yeah.
I almost just went through something.
That's
I choked.
literally
I don't know where
facts.
it came from.
Right.
Going
Right.
through
It can
something.
go down with anyone at any time. So
Facts.
count your blessings. Be grateful. Show people love. And, let's keep it happy.
So
Yes.
here we go. We have a special guest. They're probably not going to show their they may not show, but we're gonna add them in anyway. She's actually, here's the deal right here. I work with a mother, and her mother is a sweetheart. And not only that, her mother is about as crazy as I am. So crazy recognize crazy. So it's like, we kind of, we gel together. When I first got there, it was like they had me over in another corner, right? Another room, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, no, sister girl can't stay over here because I
Right.
can't see. I ain't got
Right.
no windows or nothing like that because I need windows.
Right.
Right. We need
I
sunshine.
got
We
to
need that
see,
light.
If
Yeah.
I'm a working environment I'm in now, I need a window, right?
Right.
So I left from that location and I just kind of bombarded and went into her mother's office and kind of like took over and
You doing what you do.
do what I do. She didn't ask me to come in there and interrupt her office.
You just be
Nobody
you,
did.
you just be functioning in
She
your
didn't
greatness.
know me from Jack Adam. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know I was a total stranger to her. So what happened is I was like, nah, I can't be over here. I need to be over here. So I got these windows so I can see what's going on. Law enforcement background, y'all know we nosy. And I'm working in this school with these kids. I'm trying to keep the kids and the staff and even Melissa, who's in the office and we're sharing it together. I'm trying to keep her safe too. So I bombarded my little small left behind over there and kind of took over the room and not really took over the room, but we share a room. But the bad part about it is she's leaving, going to another location on the campus.
Okay.
So she'll be missed. I keep telling her she's not gonna like it. She won't like it because she's gonna miss me. But her daughter, who is a nurse at one of the local hospitals around here, went through some surgery. And you all know we've talked about this before. We talked about the fact that how women, make changes to their body.
Right.
Whether it's for the best or for the worst, but they want to feel comfortable with the skin they're in.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're going to bring her in. Now, I see she just want to, I thought maybe we were going to see your face, beautiful. But I guess she decided to just do there she is.
Hey, yeah.
Hold on, we're going to bring her in.
Yes.
And she's going to tell us about, because it's Mental Health Month. And we know that there's a lot of things that go on when it comes to mental health. Oh, auntie. So we know there's a lot of things when people going through mental illness, but if she's as crazy as her mom,
I am. She said, I am.
Yeah, like me and everybody else. So we're bringing Miss Fran in, and she's gonna talk to us and explain to us. We got a couple questions. Fran, we just come off we just shoot off the hip. We don't have no.
There's no set dialogue. Yes.
If you don't want to discuss it, guess what? You ain't got to say nothing about it. So what we
if I didn't want to discuss it, I wouldn't have come on.
Yourself and let the people know who you are, where you came from, and how you got to Cincinnati, which is probably your hometown, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Is your microphone on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I can't.
Maybe. Can you hear her?
Can you hear us though?
I got you in my ear.
Let me try taking my headphones.
Okay, I got you in my ear. I can hear you. Okay, I can hear you. I got you in my ear. So,
okay, so I guess
tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. Yeah, I can.
You can?
She can, so she'll tell us. Yeah.
Okay. A little bit about me. My name is Fran Baroni. I'm Lizzie's daughter, obviously, who works with you. So I've gotten to know a little bit of years too. I was born and raised in Cincinnati. I've lived for pretty much my whole life. And that's right. What else? What else? I'm single.
So what's happening is I hear a delay. So I'm going to hear your question after. But she's born and raised in Cincinnati. She's lived here her whole life. I know her mom, like I said. But she got another sister. You got a sister. She got two sisters. I don't know wait a minute, did I meet your other sister? Trying to figure out, have I met? I don't know. But the unfortunate piece, there is a delay. I hear you, and I hear you in my ear after the fact. Wait a minute, what did I do? Nothing. I'm looking at something else. But anyway, it's some technical difficulties going on. We might have to log you out, put you back in, because I need.
Yeah.
You can't hear
we
her.
We do want to be able to hear you.
Can't hear it all.
You want me to
let me back you out and come back in.
Okay.
Cool beans. So in the meantime, people, let's talk about this right here. We'll bring her back. We're gonna bring her back. But we're gonna talk about this part first. See, it's new. It's when you do these
We're
new
in
games.
the aftermath, and
We in the
it,
aftermath.
technical difficulties happen. We work through it. We push through it. Keep it moving.
We in the aftermath, but let's get back to, and we don't own the rights to none of this music because I know y'all can hear the music in the background. We don't own none of this music. I mean, absolutely none of it. So please don't charge us with the music. That's playing. You know, brother over there playing the music and doing what he do.
I was wondering if it was a way that we can like lower it a little bit.
No,
but,
we tried all that. But in the meantime, between time, let's talk about this, people. What's her name? Died today.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yes, rest in heaven, Tina
That's
Turner.
so sad.
It is sad.
It's very sad.
How old was she?
83.
That's a nice age, though.
That ain't a bad age. That's a pretty
It's
good
not a
age.
bad
That's
age.
a decent
She
age.
done seen some things. She done seen some
She done
things.
seen some things, the big
Yes.
round, the world.
And
She done
been
lived
through
life.
some life.
She
She
done
done
lived
lived
life.
life. Yes.
She definitely lived
You know,
life.
she set the stage for a lot of things and a lot of people.
Definitely.
You know, and I can appreciate her and her music, her dance, her
Yep.
style. You know, the wigs that she wore. She was probably one of the first women, not the first, but she was one of the first women that you would always see wearing
A wig.
wigs.
Mhm.
And then not just wearing wigs, dancing with the wigs. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times now a lot of us, African Americans, women, black women, are wearing wigs.
Right.
So the thing about it is that she, I guess, was having health issues. So when she got sick, she decided to go over to, where was it? France, Italy?
Yeah, I believe so. One of those.
She went over to another country.
overseas.
She went overseas. So she decided to do something overseas and stay over there. But my question is, first of all, how is the medical, what is it? What I want to say, how's the medical whatever when it comes to taking care of health over in different countries?
You mean like if you said different countries or just
Yeah,
in
when you go to a
our
different country, the medical.
what is the
pieces
healthcare like?
with
The healthcare
what is
like
it like? Was
Yeah.
she getting top-notch healthcare where she was? Because we know she was rich.
Mhm.
We know she was rich. So my other question is, before we get back to Fran, my other question is, what is making us now die at such a what I consider a feel an early age?
right.
Used to be people our age was old. You know, 50 was old. When I was growing up, 50 was old.
Oh.
Now with us, 50 young.
Mhm.
Yes.
What's the difference between when my mom, who was 86, my grandma was 86, my granddaddy was young, he had a heart attack. But what's the difference between us dying at such a young age now compared to our
When we were
grandmas
kids.
years
Yeah.
ago? You know, living. My granddaddy was in his 90s. My dad's father was in his 90s when he passed away, which is a heck of a good life to live.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between then and now, and why are we dying so young? Because 50, 60 to me is young.
Very.
So what do you all feel? What do you think?
I'm gonna say I think that it's a lot of it is diet. A lot of it is our environment. You know what I mean? Like at those times we weren't eating things that had all these preservatives to try to save food for 30 days and 60 days. You know, it wasn't so many chemicals added to foods.
Mhm.
And so I feel like that changed the narrative of us perishing. So whatever chemicals they put into this food to make it last or to make it stronger or to make it bigger, to make the chicken bigger, and we eating it, it's going into our body, and so it's affecting our body. So I'm gonna say food diet is a big part of that. Exercising, like back in the day, y'all know there was parties, there was jams, everybody was dancing. It was hardly any obese people. There were obese people, but not to the effect that it is now. And you know, we greedy. We got all these options. You know, we got all these fast food restaurants, and now they're catering to us where you can just get it dropped off at your door. So there's no exercise being had. There's no walking into the grocery store and buying your own groceries. You got somebody bring it to your door. So that's cutting out a lot of the things that back when we were younger that our grandparents did. They walked to the store, they went to the market, and you know, they were exercising and they were eating better because there weren't as many chemicals and things in the food that's causing us health ailments, you know, left and right, and more frequently than I've ever seen, to be quite honest. So I think diet, has a lot to do with it. The element, the time that we're in, exercising, like people just aren't doing it. They ain't got to do it, and I can be convenient and don't have to move and leave home. I want to go with that.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but a majority.
I agree. I think you touched on all bases. So I really don't know what to say. And Cindy keeps saying I don't be talking. And she don't took it all. What the hell? What had happened was, I mean, I agree. I think the animals that we eat now is not as healthy as they was back then. And so it's causing defects in us that we don't even know we have. Cancer is
Oh my
at an
gosh.
all-time high. You have other diseases like AIDS, and it's just so much. Heart attacks is just coming out the blue. I know quite a few people that I know exercise their hearts out and died from a heart attack. And so I don't know. Back in my days, my grandmother lived till she was like 96, and
Blessing.
she was a housewife. She had like 21 kids, and she lived to 96.
21.
And guess what? That even though she was a
Yeah.
housewoman, that she worked. That was work.
Yeah, she did some work. She
Oh,
was
she
working.
definitely did some
That's
work,
what
but
I'm
she did some
saying.
work in the
She had
house.
21
Right,
babies.
but it was
She
still work. She was,
And
you
not to
know.
mention,
work.
she took on 2 other babies was me and my brother.
See,
But she was
Yeah.
already grown.
She
and,
was
you know,
working
she-
down.
oh,
She
she-
yeah,
was
that
on
was
her back a
work.
lot.
oh,
Yeah,
she
she
was
got her
all praises
steps
to my
in.
grandmother. I ain't gonna even.
She was doing a lot of work. So yeah,
But
she was
yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
different
90 something is a long
time.
time.
Yes, it
For
is.
someone to live.
Yes.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's
for
a
someone to
full.
live.
That's a real
That is
full
a
life.
Full life. There's
Yes.
a guy at my church that's 94, 96 or something like that. And there's another lady that's 99. So how is it that they live such a prosperous and long life, and here we are dying, from cancer? You know
I
what I'm
think too.
saying?
My grandpa's like 90 something, like 93. I think too it's like moving. Like so, the mindset of those that are in their 80s and 90s, they old school. So they go, even though they might retire, they still gonna be finding something to do. They still might do crossword puzzles, stuff to keep their mind working. They still may do. My grandpa walks around the mall every single day.
Yeah.
Things to keep his body moving because they say like once you retire and you stop doing stuff, you die. So you got to keep moving, keep moving. That's what he said. Just keep moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
What's your thoughts on that?
I pray that I can get to. I'm just praying I get to 60, to be quite honest, because at the rate things are happening around
Right.
here these days, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You try to go to the doctor and then you go today. None against you nurses, friend. None against the nurse. But you try to go to the doctor today, and then tomorrow or next week, they'll tell you need to come back. And they
Right.
still haven't figured out what the issue is. And it's like, so I'm walking around here thinking I'm okay.
And you're
And
not.
then, yeah, and a week later, I'm bedridden because they really didn't diagnose me right. So it's
Right.
like, back then they didn't have doctors either. So she lived 83. That's a pretty
Yeah.
long.
And that's awesome. I mean, for our time, but if we were younger, it probably would have been longer, And I feel like too, like a lot of it is we don't value life. Like we don't respect family. Not everyone, but there's a lot of people like with all the, even though she died, of, I guess they would say natural causes. It hasn't really came out yet. But we're losing life outside of health issues. We just killing each other. You know what I mean? So all cultures across the board, and so that has a lot to do with it too. The mindset, the thought process. We don't have support systems like. So I think it's just a combination of things.
I think she had some kidneys or
Something
issues.
health.
Yeah, some problems. But she also did well because who dances like that? You know what I'm saying?
And
She
them
was very
legs, and
athletic,
them
very
legs was insured. You
her
hear me?
Leg was on point.
Yes, she had a leg insurance on them
Yeah,
legs.
She had some legs. Yes, she did. That's what I heard. She had.
She sure
insurance on her
did.
legs.
But I'm gonna say this as well. I don't think that our doctors nowadays want to do their job. I think
Ooh, that's a good
everything is
point.
about money now. So now when you schedule an appointment, you in an hour slot. So I'm
Right.
trying to do everything possible that I can do for you
In
this
45 in
hour,
45
and
minutes,
don't go
hopefully.
over it,
Right.
or we have a problem.
Right.
And so I go to the doctor and I tell them like, I don't know, I don't stop coming on my period, so I don't know if I'm pregnant. I don't know
Right,
if it's the time for me.
Right.
So the doctor took a guess. Instead of testing me,
Wow.
she gasped, which turned me totally off and kind of scares me away
From
from
even.
going to the doctor.
Yeah.
So, and I know a lot of me and my father. I mean, I literally had to make my dad go to the doctor because he was talking and only half of his tongue was moving.
Right.
I'm like, Daddy, what?
Something is up with
Go
that.
to the doctor. Set an appointment. I'm gonna take you.
Right.
And he went himself. He set the appointment, but he went by himself. Called me crying. He had cancer.
How old was he?
At that time, he probably was in his 40s.
And was he?
He
Was he?
was 56.
And he was going to the doctor.
He was not going to the doctor. He
Oh.
was not going
Okay.
to the doctor.
Okay.
But what happened was he had a stroke before, and I didn't know it. So when I saw him talking and only half his tongue, I'm like, "Why are you talking like that?"
Right.
You know. He never told me about the stroke. His wife ended up telling me. So
Gotcha.
It's just-
yeah.
yeah,
There's a lot of
40 is
variables.
young. 40
Yeah.
is young, though. We know what we consider young, but
Yeah, because they say
You
what
know,
40 is 20. 40 is the new 20.
50 is the 30.
Right.
But
yeah.
if I'm praying, my mother and grandma lived in their 80s, and my grandfather, like I said, to the 90s. Tina Turner was 83, so I am just praying that I'm still mobile and still moving and still doing whatever I need to do and
Yes.
can do when I get to that age, But it's so much stuff, like you said earlier, so much stuff that we're taking in and we're eating that causes, I think, a lot of problems and
Mhm.
issues.
Mhm.
And when I look at people, now I grew up on red meat and I grew up eating pork and all
Right,
that other
yeah.
stuff. 'Cause, the unfortunate piece is we killed the animals to eat.
Right.
Yes, we did. We milked the cows to get the milk, the butter, and whatever else. Yes, we did. But at the end of the day, I no longer eat it because it's
Right.
not processed the way it was. So it may help me
Live a little bit longer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about we don't often think about death, but I think we probably need to start thinking about it and start talking about it with our family members because we are people dying our age.
Mhm.
That's true. And we're up against so many more different variables than our grands and our great grands were up against. Because even though we might be healthy, it might be healthy to take us out, but we could be just man our own business and Target somewhere and just something crazy happens. So it's like we got more variables working against us than we do for us to help extend our life.
Absolutely.
And so that's an issue within itself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so sad.
It is.
And it's
So-
unfortunate because it's really nothing we can do
No,
about it.
No.
You know.
you don't
I mean-
you don't know. Like you can't prevent it.
Yeah.
You try to do your best. You try to do the right by folk, and
Right.
be positive and put out positive and pray that that's what you get back. But that's not always the case. So it could be health. It could be you man your own business and get taken out. So I mean, we up against way more things than our grandparents were
Yeah.
at that time. So
Yep. Things have changed. Life has changed. We need to just do better about whatever it is that we decide to do for ourselves. So we're gonna go back to Fran. We're gonna pull
Yay.
Fran back in. So what we're gonna do and what I'm gonna try to do, Fran, I'm gonna just let you know and let your mama know that this is the very first time that we have done this
yes.
since COVID. So you are the first person that we've tried this with.
Yay.
Pre-COVID, post-COVID, and all that other stuff, because we're now back at the aftermath. Not doing anything. Swing by the aftermath. They got half-price drinks up until 8 o'clock, and they got the best drinks in the city. It's just like your neighborhood bar where everybody knows everybody, and you really don't have to worry about anything because it's grown folks in here. And this is why we like coming back here because it's grown and sexy, or grown and after work,
Mature
or grown and whatever it is, but it's all grown people. So we're gonna bring Fran back in.
Yay.
And Fran, I want you to just tell the people, just talk to the people, Fran. Just talk to the people. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Wait,
and I
real
want
quick,
you to
Tucker.
answer them. My question, a couple of them, so you can answer them any order that you want to answer them in. You recently got a nose job.
Hey,
Oh,
voila.
look at it,
All right,
girl.
voila.
She looks
Admire.
fantastic compared to the picture that I saw.
That's right. Give them your best angles.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, it is Mental Health Month. So I just want you to talk freely. And yes,
Okay, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Tucker, can you hear me?
Can you hear? I can. I heard her.
I heard it too.
It's still a delay. But
It's a delay, but I heard her. I do
Okay.
hear you. I heard
Okay.
you. I heard it the first time. I heard
Okay.
it the last time.
Perfect.
So here it is. It is
Yeah.
Mental Health Month. Yes, I can't hear you, but I'm gonna let you talk after I ask you these questions. You can answer in any order you want to answer it in. So
Okay.
yes, ma'am, I can't hear you.
Y'all
So
can
here we
relate
go.
because I can't hear because I ain't got no head.
She ain't
I
got
ain't
no
got no
headset.
headset in.
So here it is. My question to you is, why did you decide to get a nose job? That's the first question. Second question, what did it do to you mentally before you even got it? Even if it did anything to you mentally, because sometimes we do things that affect us mentally. Is the reason why for every action there's a reaction. So
Mhm.
those are the two questions. Why did you decide to get it, and did it bother you so much that it affected some of the stuff that you would your decision making mentally? Now go for it.
Okay. First of all, before I get into the nose job stuff, I love the conversation you guys were having before, and I do have comments on that coming from a healthcare person. But I can talk about those later if you want. So nose job wise, why did I want the nose job? I've wanted it my whole life. I feel like the first memory I have of somebody saying something to me about my nose, I was at a track meet in like middle school or something, and somebody was like, "You've got a big ass nose." And that was the first time that I noticed it, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I kind of do." And then I just figured I would grow into the nose, didn't really so I've just been talking about it. Like, if it's something that you can fix, why not? And so I was just talking about it with family and stuff, kind of joking around. And then when I finally decided to do it, it was like I was already feeling like a flip in confidence, I was already feeling like I just can't wait. And I was so excited to see like how I would feel differently afterwards too. Because I mean, if you have one of your biggest insecurities and you're able to fix it, then why not? Like, I've noticed too, when I used to go for walks or when I would drive or anything, I would turn my head away from people because I was embarrassed about my side profile. And I have caught myself doing that a few times, like after the procedure. And I'm like, why am I turning my head? I'm not embarrassed anymore. Like, I love my side profile now. So I don't know. Why did I do it? Because I've always wanted to do it. It's not for anybody else. It's never been for anybody else. And how did it affect me before the procedure? I was just excited. I guess. Just excited.
Now, I know you said that you would talk about what we were talking about earlier, and
Yeah.
we can do that too. But then you said the reason why, you thought she was gonna grow into her nose, but she didn't. So growing up, she was teased. You know how it is when you're young
Yes.
and you in school and people teasing you, saying that some wrong here, some wrong there. She said somebody told her she got a big ASS nose. Now but she didn't grow into her nose, but she had already had some problems and some issues with her nose, and she talked to her family about it, and so there's always something that she wanted to do.
Self-conscious.
She was very confident. She's never been an individual that's not been confident with who she is and what she wanted to do with her, and the fact that she had family members, which is important, which is extremely important, because a lot of times we don't have the support. People talk you out of doing stuff because it's like, oh, you might die or something might happen to you.
Negative Nancy's.
Yeah, negative Nancy.
Yep.
Oh, it ain't gonna look the way you want it to look. You're always gonna get some negativity going on. But she did it. She's really excited and happy about the fact she did it. I am too, friend. Because
Thank
your
you.
mom is all excited about it too. And I'm happy for you, because we always feel whatever makes you
Happy. That's what counts. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You do what makes you happy.
Yeah. And a lot of people, the big the big thing that I had pre-surgery, which I told you I was super excited, and then I started to almost get like more annoyed, like the more people I told, because people would say, "Oh, why are you doing that? You're beautiful. Don't change what you look like. You're gorgeous the way you are." I didn't ask you. I don't care. This is for me. I'm doing this for me and me only. And like, you're not the one undergoing the surgery, so why do you care, really? So that was also, a phase I had to get through.
And the more she talked about it, she did have those negative Nancy's.
Yeah.
People, and what? This is my thing. Why do people be lying?
Right.
You feel gorgeous. If you don't feel gorgeous, but they're telling you, this is what she said. They're telling you you're gorgeous. When you already know how you feel about yourself.
Right.
Mhm.
And it ain't nothing about low self-esteem, and we know that. Trust me, I know that. Because you're just like your mama. But people are telling her that she's this way and she's feeling some other way.
Right.
So she's happy that she made the decision that she made to get her nose fixed. Because you and I know, friend, I'm sure, I don't know how many booties you've seen that flopped in the hospital and you got to help them try to put it back together.
You got her blushing.
A lot.
I'm just saying, a lot.
A lot.
A lot. She's seen some stuff since she's been a nurse at the hospital.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure
definitely.
you've seen them BBLs that's been flopped one side. So when you saw a BBL that was out of place or out of order, or somebody coming back to the hospital to try to get it fixed, was that something that deterred you, or you had second thoughts about getting your nose done?
No, not
Okay,
really,
that's awesome.
because I found a surgeon that I really trusted, So I'll give you an example too. I had a friend who went to Mexico, and I heard you guys talking about this a little bit earlier too. A friend who went to Mexico for a gastric bypass surgery, and she was itty bitty, like really. I mean, she didn't qualify for one here in the U.S., so she went over to Mexico and got one. And she got botched over there and came back with a bunch of complications and whatever. And that's scary. But the fact that I really trusted my surgeon, like I'd seen so many before and afters, I had no concerns whatsoever.
Ooh. I got a question for you.
Mexico is a different
Ooh,
beast.
yes.
She had a friend with Mexico.
Yes.
And
Yes.
her surgery was like botched and she had complications. But here's
Yeah.
the thing with friend. The reason why, and what she was saying too, which is what I like.
Mm-hmm.
In order for us to do things, we have to trust the doctor. Like
Sure.
you said, it's very hard, difficult to go into a hospital and do something when you don't trust somebody. Because you was in there for a long time.
I was.
And trusting people is totally different. Her friend went to Mexico and got some work done.
Right.
And it was botched. So then she had to come back. And I'm sure you probably had to hear all about what happened.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You was the one that probably tried to tell her, don't go over there.
Yeah.
She did. I'm sure. I'm glad you were a friend and helped her get through that trying time, because it had to be very difficult. Because you could go to Mexico and not come back, honey. You could die in Mexico.
Right.
Sure.
You
You go down there
Mexico
for one
anyway.
thing, and for sure.
So
go down for one thing, come back with something else.
Shanice got a question.
Yes, I got a question for you, because we have listeners and viewers globally.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What are 2 things that you would tell someone who's like teeter-tottering on wanting to get a procedure done? What is the loudest voice that you feel that they should be hearing and listening to, first of all? And then secondly, what research did you do with hearing and knowing your friend's story? What research did you do before actually getting your procedure done to be comfortable, to be a place like, this is the doctor, I'm going to get the results that I want?
Good questions. The first one, I mean, I feel like it's like yourself. I feel like that's the easy answer, is you're listening to yourself and your body. And but at the same time, somebody who you really trust, because I think that people can go too far and do too much. And so having somebody that's like a trusted individual who's going to say like, I'm not just bullshitting you and saying you're beautiful. Like you are, and you've gone too far with the plastic surgery, you know, because people
Okay.
do that. So listening to yourself though, I mean, I had so many people telling me not to do it. And if I would have just listened to them, then I just would have not done it, and then whatever. The second part, the research. So I was kind of in a unique experience because I have a cousin who works at that office. And so she recommended him to me. And I did a little bit of research on his before and after pictures because noses specifically are like very particular, and not any plastic surgeon can do noses. It's just more like precise. So I looked at his before and afters of noses specifically and liked his results. And so I decided like I would go for the consultation and see how that went. And they did like a 3D model of what it would look like, and I was like, sold, here's my money, take it. So I didn't do too much research, but you should do a lot more on doctors, prices, you know, recovery time. He does his surgery a little differently. He didn't pack the nose. Like everybody does stuff a little bit differently. So just seeing what, you know, what works for your life, like what you would prefer, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trust is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
She said, first of all,
That's facts.
you got to trust the surgeon that's doing it. And I think that when you go into Mexico, you ain't trusting nobody.
You don't know nobody.
Yeah.
You don't know nobody.
You're paying your money for.
You can't Yelp them. You know what I mean? Like
You cannot. And that's another thing that she said. You got to do your homework.
right.
You gotta do your homework. You know, you can't take my word for it. You know,
Right.
You can't take your word. You gotta do your own homework.
Yeah.
And you gotta figure out if that's the person that, you want to do your surgery.
Yeah.
You know, and anything that when it comes to cutting, and you know it as a nurse, when it comes to cutting, there's a chance.
Yeah.
That's why you got to sign that clause. That's why you got to
Yeah.
sign that paper saying, what if something don't happen? Or what if,
Yeah.
ain't no suing going on because you knew.
Yeah.
before you
What
came-
it
yeah,
was.
you knew before
Yeah.
you got up in. But she said, trusting the person that's doing it. And of course, doing your homework. You know, you always got to do your homework
For
on
sure.
who you want to do, especially major surgery.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't want nobody I don't want nobody that's been 2 years in.
No.
I don't want to be
in the
somebody's guinea
field.
pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I've been through that. And
I
done
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then done that with being the being a police officer. I was a guinea pig on many occasions. But friend, we want to say thank you, girl, for coming on and taking your time out to talk to us about the nose job and the surgery.
Of course.
And then we're gonna have you back on maybe, just maybe, when you heal. You and
Maybe.
your mama can come over
Yeah.
here.
I'm still
And do
recovering.
plenty. Yeah, we're gonna have you do
Yes,
plenty
let
sad
that
angle
nose.
pictures.
Pretty.
Yes.
Look
1,
at
2,
that
3.
nose.
Yes.
Still
Let me say
recovering.
something to her before she leaves.
Yes.
So, as you can see, I have probably your old nose, and
Wait,
I
I'm
grew
trying
up
to zoom
Oh,
in
no.
on you.
her
Okay.
old nose. I don't like it,
Okay, go ahead.
and
Yeah.
I grew up also not liking my nose, but I
Mhm.
had to embrace my nose just for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I still don't. At 50, I don't like my side shot, but I think I'm beautiful, and it is what it is. You know, I'm scared
Yeah.
of surgery, so I'm not gonna go that far with it. God gave it to me. I'm just gonna keep it. But I
Right.
do understand where you coming from as a person that grew up not liking their nose as well.
Mhm.
You know, it may have gotten to you so much. Like I'm just for myself gonna go ahead and get this fixed for me, and
Right.
for my confidence
Yeah.
or whatever. So I commend you for going
Thank
that
you.
far to, fix whatever problem
Yeah.
that you felt that you had.
Yeah.
For you.
Thank you. Thanks for saying that. And I also want to say, don't. I understand the being scared by surgery part because I, as a nurse, I know this is crazy, but I am terrified of needles. Hate being poked. Was so scared of the recovery, but The one thing that
Mhm.
I would tell your people too is don't
Right.
be intimidated by the price of it either. I feel like a lot of people go to Mexico or somewhere, I've seen a lot of people go to like Turkey or wherever for procedures because it's cheaper, but it's your body, like it's your health, it's your life that you're talking about. And so spend a couple extra dollars just to feel safe and have some trust. Like you were saying, Tucker, like it's all about trusting your doctors.
Well, great.
Yes.
Once again, thanks, Fran.
Yes,
You're
yes, we
welcome.
appreciate
For
you.
joining us and
Give him one more side shot. Give him one more side shot. Bam. Did y'all see that?
Hey.
Hey. Ow. There you go.
Beautiful.
Picture perfect.
Yes, picture perfect. Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks for coming on, and then make sure we're gonna be back over here. We're gonna have you guys over here.
Okay.
So, on a Wednesday, so we can have a cocktail,
A little libation.
Yeah.
some coffee,
Of course.
some
Some libation.
lemonade,
Right.
some
Right.
water.
Well,
You
it's
know,
wind down
We
Wednesday,
got whatever
right?
you need over here.
It is Wind Down Wednesday.
Wind Down
It's for sure.
Wednesday. She's
ready.
The assignment.
I am
Yes.
ready.
Thank you, Fran, for joining us. Thanks for being on.
Of
Yes.
course.
Much love to you, and you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I will
Thank you.
see you soon, sweetheart.
I'll see you soon.
Have a
Okay.
good one.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. How about that?
Yeah.
She said money too is another issue. She
Certainly.
said that's a lot of the reasons why people go to Mexico, because
Yeah.
it's definitely cheaper over there.
But at the end of the day, we all know what you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Literally.
At the end of the day, you get what you pay for.
Can't play around with your body.
No, you cannot. But and she's very happy with it. Her mother is her mom is happy too. So all of them are excited about the fact that she got it because it's something she wanted to do.
Mhm.
Right.
That's what she wanted to do for herself, not because somebody else wanted to do it.
Right.
But she wanted to do it for herself, which I appreciate that too, and I love that. So thanks, Fran, for coming on and joining us. She'll be back to talk to us about the the doctors and diagnosis and all that other
Yeah.
stuff, because she's in hospitals, so she kind of know what's going on. And, I'm not saying that she's going to say anything she ain't got no business, but, we know going to the doctor tell me something wrong, and then it ain't nothing wrong, and tell me some, it's just like,
Guessing.
It's
I want to guess everything.
and it's a stressful time like that. To hear the word doctor for some people is very stressful
Yeah.
because they've had bad diagnosis. They've had negative news that was somebody else's news, or we've heard all of these bad stories, but it's still important to try your best to find somebody you feel like you can trust. Do your work research, do your homework, no matter what type of procedure you're getting done. They call everything next day or same day. Like surgery, anytime somebody cutting on you is serious,
it's serious.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
it's real serious.
do your homework and do what makes you comfortable and what makes you happy. Go with your first mind, with your first thought. Don't second guess. If you got a second guess, pause it, find somebody else,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So that was good. I mean, because I knew she had talked to her mom about doing it. Her mom was excited about the fact that she wanted it done. But,
You happy, your mama happy. You can't get no better than that.
You winning. You winning.
Yes.
So she got two other sisters, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't think any of them were, concerned about what she did. She's a nurse. Heck, who wouldn't do their homework when it comes to stuff
For
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, she's basically in that field
Gotta have
somewhat.
to.
Yeah, exactly. So she has more access to more information.
Mhm.
So it makes it a little bit different. So
that?
yeah.
To be in there and see all of the blotches from the BBLs, to be there. And
Oh,
then
my
you got a
goodness.
friend, one of your friends that went over there and had blotch surgery in Mexico, and she strictly and clearly told her, don't do it. And she did
Yeah.
it anyway. So you come back, you just never know what's gonna happen, what you get.
It's rolling
So-
dice. You rolling dice.
Rolling
Yeah.
dice. So we thank Fran for coming on. And the Tina Turner thing is like, we're all at an awe because I don't think a lot of people knew she was sick. Because I think the last time I saw her, she was somewhere doing something, and she said she was okay, she was getting better or whatever. But it's so unfortunate that
Yeah.
that's
She's
a big
definitely a legend.
Yeah.
one. That's a big one. That's a big loss.
It's a great, it's a great
Real
miss.
big, real
Yeah,
big.
for
It's
sure.
for Black women, for women, period. But she set the standard. You know what I'm saying? She set the standard. So we appreciate her for all she's done and what she did.
Yes.
So, and we thank you all for listening. It's Wind Down Wednesday. We sitting up here at the Aftermath.
Yes. Where we at? Give them the address.
Oh, I don't know. We somewhere on Tennessee or off Tennessee. We somewhere in Norwood.
Y'all gotta give us some time because we just come back
Section
out of
Road.
couple. Yes.
on Section-
We had the
some
address
section.
on in our brains, in our minds.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back there. Don't you
We gonna
worry.
get back to the back. We're gonna get back. But we're back. We're here. We're still working out some kinks. And we're gonna be all right. So
That's
we
right.
figure it out. In the meantime, y'all hanging out with us while we're figuring it out. It's
That's
gonna be
right.
good. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. It is Wind Down Wednesday. They do got half price drinks over here. At the Aftermath. And we on Section Road in Norwood, Ohio. So come on, Google it. You'll find it. So we
Yes.
appreciate you all and thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. What else y'all got to say? Netta, what you got to say? Netta be over there quiet.
She's
She
so
be like,
quiet
I be talking,
today.
I be talking. What you talking about, Netta?
I mean, so Friday night, Sandy is giving a show at the Redmore. Let's talk
Yes.
about that.
Yes, sir.
We need everybody to come out and join us. We all gonna be there partying, having a good time, listening to some beautiful singing. And
You can go to the Facebook page, Tuck Radio, or you can go to YouTube. You can wind this back, share it with your friends. But be there, get there. We put all the events on there.
Yep.
Anytime you got a question, second guess, it's on the Tuck Radio page.
If you ain't got nothing to do on Thursday night, go on and check out brother. He'll be DJing over
For
there.
sure. Come on out to Affinity Rose out on Reading Road, right across from the old Celebrities. It's nice in there. Super sexy, super classy. It's going down for the happy hour from 6 to 10 p.m. every single Thursday. So come out, have a little drink, come check it out.
Come on down and join
Yes.
everybody. You can even come here at the Aftermath. Every day they open up at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're located on Section Road in Norwood, Ohio. Just Google Aftermath and you'll find it. Last
Yes.
week, Sunday, it was this week. Sunday, we had a phenomenal time at the La Femme New York.
I was there in spirit.
Archery.
Yes. I heard it was amazing.
She got all these fabulous names and all that other stuff going on. So check us out. Check her out. It went good. We had a great time. The people were in the building. There was an overflow of people.
took a lot of pictures.
Did somebody say picture? I don't think we took enough.
I did.
Y'all already know how
I
it went
ain't seen that
down.
many of
We don't
me,
even
but
get
I
to say
saw-
nothing. You already know how it went down.
I was moving back and forth, going around. I saw enough. I
did.
guess. I don't know. It don't matter. But anyway, I don't care. We had a good time. It
If
was
you
a
know,
great
you
time.
know.
Facts.
Somebody bought my picture, but that's all right. She gonna make me another one. And I can't wait. She just got to get in the core of my living room so she can make that picture. I'm kind of salty somebody bought my photo though. I mean, I keep saying photo. My art. Somebody
Uh-oh.
bought my art painting. But that's
Dang.
okay because we sold it for more than what she wanted it for, and I'm okay with that because I was not gonna pay that much for it. I was gonna give her the price she wanted. How about that?
Right, that's what's up.
Bam.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Yes.
it is. But we had a good time. We had a good time. Then we came back here for the after party.
Okay.
And it was crowded in here. So kudos to Steph and Luke, Freddie Luke. The next thing that's coming up is the my show. Like I said, my show is on Friday
That's
at
right.
the Redmore. But then they're doing the glamping.
And then Affinity Rose every Thursday.
I'm sorry, I don't do
Thursday.
that.
The Aftermath is putting on glamping. So if y'all ain't doing nothing, check out social media. Everything is on social media.
Everything.
For sure.
We on
Definitely.
social media.
For sure.
Everything is on social
So you can
media.
go to our pages individually. You can go to the Tuck Radio page. You will find some. We will have something for you to do. If you live in the city of Cincinnati, state of Ohio, there should be something for you to do. Of course, we're excited. Any of our our viewers, if they can come visit Cincinnati, just go to the Tuck Radio page. What they got going on? It'll be there.
We got you covered.
Yes.
So in the meantime, in between time, y'all know it's getting to that point. We're gonna leave a little early.
That's
than
right.
normal.
Yes.
Because sis just got out the hospital a couple days ago. She don't need to be in this environment. And I need to go ride my bicycle
And
You
it's
might
night, right?
exercise
While it's
then,
daylight
while
still,
it's
yes.
nice and it's daylight.
I need to go sleep.
And that's the truth.
I need to eat and go to sleep.
She
So
can
yeah,
sleep right here. She,
Yeah.
leave it up to her. She'll fall asleep right here.
I think I sleep too much, y'all. My eyes look like they permanently trying to close. Sandy always be like, Netta, wake up. I'm woke. I'm woke.
That's because she is always sleeping. And I have friends, and we got proof because we got pictures. I be telling folks, don't sleep around me because you're going to get a picture. That's what I do.
Mm-mm.
Y'all, she be sneaking them in on me. And then Miss Linda
Sneak.
be hating on me and posting them. I'm like,
We don't sneak.
what's
We just
up?
when somebody say picture, we
We'll
post.
take no
Hey.
picture without saying cheese.
When somebody say picture,
Hey, they caught you off guard.
hey, when somebody say picture, we taking pictures. That's all I got to say. And you know that. Fall asleep if you want to.
And now picture.
Picture.
I don't care.
Exactly.
It's a memory. Ben took it.
In the meantime,
Yes.
you all take care. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, friends, for coming in talking about her nose job because we already know the beautifulness that you feel is inside you. And you do whatever you want to do to make it come out. And her way of doing that was a
That's for
nose
sure.
job,
Yes,
getting her
yes.
nose fixed for her, not for nobody else. She did it for herself. So, and we want to send our condolences out to everybody that lost a loved one,
For sure.
recently or in the past.
Yes.
Just keep your head up and keep pushing forward. It'll all work out in the end. So, man, that's a big loss with Tina Turner, an
Yes, it
unexpected
is.
loss.
Prayers up
it's
to her
unexpected.
family and friends, and
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you're not doing anything, come on out on Friday night. If you need a ladies' night, come on out at Infinity Rose. We got some things
On
going on in the city
Thursdays,
of
yes,
Cincinnati.
6 to
Taste of
10.
Cincinnati going on this weekend.
Oh, you
So-
know what else? Washington Park this Saturday
Back up.
at 10 a.m. for the breast cancer event down. So yeah, come to that. It's gonna be a good time. That's Saturday at 10 a.m. It is Washington Park. Yes, Washington Park. Washington Park. So
There's a
yeah.
lot going on this weekend, so don't be bored. But we'll see you out there in them streets somewhere because we're gonna be rolling out in them streets with you. So in the meantime, between time, we about to get up out of here.
Yes.
Before we leave, we always got to leave you with some kind words,
That's right.
positive
Positive quotes.
affirmations, and some
Yes.
positive quotes. What you got for us?
My
What's the seven
positive-
dwarfs name? His name's Sleepy, Droopy. What's
Ma'am?
his name? What's that seven dwarfs man name? Sleepy. We're gonna have to start naming her.
Yeah,
That's a
Sleepy,
man.
Sleepy.
That ain't
We're
me.
gonna have to start naming.
I'm
her.
a whole woman.
Seven
Woman.
dwarfs can be named.
Out
What's
here.
going on, Wanda? Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
lady?
thanks for tuning
Thanks
in.
for tuning
Hi,
in,
Wanda.
Wanda. We about to get up out of here now, though, Wanda.
It
But thanks for
is.
tuning
So
in.
you got to run it back, back.
You're gonna have to run it back. We're gonna have to run it back. Yeah, she in the
Hey.
building, girl. She in the building.
That's,
Thank God she
that's
here.
my girl.
She been down for a while. But anyway,
So my positive quote is, it's all about Shanice right now for me. The baby was out of commission for a while, so I need everybody, and I mean everybody, to keep them prayers going for her. We need the health on point,
Oh,
y'all. We just
thank
got
you,
finished
yes.
talking about health today. We need her to be here with us as long as possible. So just keep them prayers going, keep them prayers going, keep them prayers up.
Oh,
that
thank
is-
you. Yes. I'm gonna piggyback off that. I'm gonna say thank you, and yes, definitely keep the prayers going. I'm just grateful, like I said, to even be here. They said the valves in my heart on both sides is leaking, so I'm happy to wake up, to be here, to be able to talk to you guys. So I'm just grateful for everything at this point. So keep the prayers coming, and thank you. Be a blessing where you can.
Great, and we are glad that she's back in the building. We're glad that she's back amongst us, on this side of the world, and this side of the earth, and this side of the dirt and the grass. But in the meantime, please tell somebody you love them, because you never know when it's the last time that you're going to say that to them. So pick up the phone, send a text message, just do something. Tell them face to face that you love them. In the meantime, in the between time, positive in, positive out. And y'all know me, it's always better to give than it is to receive. And we'll see,
See
you
you.
next week.
Yes.